Okay, so this is the follow-up. I did the ER thing. I already putting that up now. But about the seafoam green, here's the thing. Vlad and I were supposed to be, originally it was Vlad and Niet, being Niet, being same visual characteristics as my Johannes Vermeer Dutch girl in the pearl earring for Sprache for Pharisees. He and I were supposed to be on the path, the life path of AQUAMARINE. Aqua is, I know in Espanol they spell it ACUQA. ACQUA, but something in a ACAI, one of my problem children changed it. So now it's AQUA, and then it's Marina. It's Marine. MARINE. That is the life he and I were supposed to have if the Akai and the Sprache committee didn't change the word aqua to be ACQUAI. Again, there's the committees. I have 12 Majestics, do I not? I mean, I have very large condor wings as Isis. I need a leader underneath each one of my special areas of operations for world leadership. You each have a very magical special spot. I don't need conflicting managers or leaders or whatever word in English is acceptable depending on where you are from and what you lead. I don't know. So you can't assume that dollhouse or ghost house equipment is working properly just because I'm here. So, all right, this direction, they took me off AQUAMARINE. The IBET people, they're like, hee. Yeah, I call them the Cholo equipment assholes. Hee. We could study space and time like you don't understand. We could be in the equipment and nobody would know from over here. They'll be busy doing the political circus trying to get her out of concentration camp with no education and nobody to lean on. Yeah, that's the fucking level of asshole misprogrammed floor children your BOOCOCKEE sent me. 2 generations before, leading in around the world. Not the Emperor's jewels. No. I get the BOOCOCKEE, like street cholos, like big fucking problem. Not my like awesome Santeria and my hoodoo, right? Not those. Those are my uber smart street people. There is a in-between crowd that everybody's fighting for something in the evil eye. It's like, oh God, right? I need some star woven cloth. All right, so, and I know I have them everywhere. I just can't seem to find my jewels. All right, so now the AQUAMARINE Vantage was taken off and they sent me into Seafoam with the IBETs. Now, the word IBET, if we are speaking of goat, GOAT, it climbs a wall by itself and it's important. All right, it's one animal that can do the impossible. It is like super Spider-Man, right? It's like, wow, Spider-Man and a hairy goat on 4 legs. It's amazing, right? Oh, it exists. Yeah, a lot of things exist in once only necessary. All right, so that's one. Then there's the asshole casino folks that are like, I bet, yeah, okay, put it all on red and let's just go. Right, that's a problem. Because that's BET. Bet. Right, yeah, and then nebestima. 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 It's not good. It is nothing but a Sprache and a misprogramming nightmare that in quantum realm of 16 directions, one pivotal point with 16 spikes that go out at the same time like a crystallized kidney stone. Oh my god, that hurts. Yeah, it really hurts after it's done. Let's not go seafoam. Right, but here we are. In SEAFOAM, and I'm feeling the effects of the crystallized kidney stone of calcium in the ureter, somewhere between the kidney and the bladder, and everybody's going, oh my god, how long is this gonna take? Yeah, I don't fucking know. I just want you to like take the whole fucking apparatus out. I'll just go live as a different being that doesn't need kidneys and bladders. That's what I was thinking, just an easier apparatus machine. Right, okay, if this one's too complicated. At bipedal. Alright, so here we go. We're in seafoam, right? Oh, and in this continuous sequence, see, I'm not supposed to stay in sequence in order to explain how dangerous the asshole scientists around the world have gotten. And how lawless they've gotten. Because then you start losing your realities and your court cases, and then it's a bigger problem, and all the political asshole children of they don't understand spirituality, they rejoice like as if they won something. Yeah, it's gonna be a round up and full execution, genocide on massive proportions. For all of you that just kept making management's problem a real fucking like disaster and kidney stone. All right, so as soon as we grab a grip on our own reality. All right, so here we are in all right, so the all right, seafoam, the IBET children. All right, so in the IBET, Gorbachev in my neck of the woods, in my ear, Gorbachev in Russia. Actually, I think at that point it was U.S.S.R. But the Russian Federation was in there somewhere. In that 1980, him and then the Mickey Mouse Sticker Club White House that Trump is now in. We've got a Donald J. Trump in the House now, right? Used to be a Ronald something Reagan. RONALD I'm not sure. But he said, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down the wall. Or I don't know, something along those lines. I think, or nobody really gives a shit. But that was in my lifetime. Now, here's the thing, Ronald. Ronald McDonald is really what that whole thing was about. I am the one goat that scales the one wall, and I'm a miracle all within itself. If you tear down my security wall, Ronald Reagan or Ronald McDonald, how am I going to keep myself, Vlad, our extra special marriage and ceremony in the future, and all the world's children safe if you tear down the only security feature and wall in an I bet move going, I bet. Oh my god. No, it's AQUAMARINE. It's the Marines. It's the AQUAMARINE, like the respectables. That's where we're going, folks. Why did you pull off to the brothel children of BOOCOCKEE and sex orgy and prostitution, and everybody's cocky is now being thrown everywhere, and nobody wants to take care of them or deal with them or even look at them, and now they're everywhere. And then there's some leftover emperor kids that just didn't make it to emperor level beauty. They're just below the emperor beauty, and they're going, wait a minute, I didn't even know there was such a thing. Did everybody forget to tell us stuff? Yeah, that happens at human level. That's why usually we like to go in advance to try to scale back and keep the world on one reality checkpoint, which was always the AQUAMARINES, and never to go seafoam. So that's why Mr. Gorgeous Holy Romance comes to me and he's like, no, I'm Alec, like Tarzan and Jane in the jungle of gorgeousness, because I just couldn't take my eyes off him. And I'm like, oh my god, you're here, finally. And I'm in complete disarray. I am in my hair. I'm in I think the black tank top, the white jeans. I'm all like sweaty, gross. My hair's in a bun. It's not even colored properly. I have no facial care. I feel like I've been like beat, wounded leather at a tanner's smith. It's been quite a ride and at that point I was only 36, 30, I think I was 36, 37, somewhere around there. It was one of Vlad and my birthdays. And so he's like, no, I'm Alec. And I'm like, okay, I get that's your common name for seafoam, but he says, is that where we are? We're seafoam? I said, well, what is the color on the wall? And he goes, I don't know. I don't speak your Sprache. That's the problem. You're in IBET, and I only know aquamarine. And I'm like, oh, of course you do. I was like, okay, so I said there's a piece of clothing that only you would know you bought for me in an aquamarine position that is almost the same color to some. They call it seafoam. It's that froth at the top of the ocean, right, that really seems very unimportant, but like it has some importance. Right, it's still there. Right, that's where I am, at beaten, worn leather in my human genetic being left in the concentration camp, while all the humans bet on all of my science and equipment that you and I are never going to be happily ever after, and that they've won something of some sort, when there's nothing in time and space but you and I and a whole bunch of people that know better and want to help. Okay, so and then I'm like, okay, so that's what seafoam is. That's where we are. I know it looks like aquamarine room, but that's our private, right, stash room, right? And then he asked me about stash house. I was like, no, I'm not in Epsilon, European. I'm in Omega Disaster in the West, on the Eastern Atlantic timing nightmare, or seaboard. Yeah, it's the SEABOARD. I was like, you gotta get in the right Sprache account. And he's like, I know, that's why. He's like, I'm Alec. And I was like, no. I was like, for that account, your mark in the Americans, and your with a C, and your mark KGB with a K in Epsilon East European. And he's like, and that's when he like did one of these things. And he's like, oh my God. He's like, you are size Sylvia. And I'm like, yeah, well, your size Vlad. I've been waiting for you my whole life. And he's just like, no, he's like, he's like, right. Yeah, then he had to think of whatever it is that he does for a living, because I have no idea. I haven't seen him having, like, I'm just trying to get to him in any hole in time and space ever. In quantum statistics and calibration that only fits the two of us, which is what the glass slipper was in the Cinderella story. I thought that was fucking clear. There's only one. She doesn't have two shoes? No. Prince Charming only gets one shoe. He has all the answers, so he can fix their very real problem. And it only fits her 1 foot. Yeah, that's for sure. And she doesn't like turning up looking like old lady leather into like this. We're not human, but they're a real fucking problem with what they think they are and what they did and what they're expecting of the two of us, when we just want to go have sex by ourselves and not even look at any of you ever. Not talk, not look, not hang out. Nope, we're good. You go do business office somewhere else and figure out your own political shitbag things. We'll call you if we need you. Right, yeah, so when is that day gonna happen? I'm just curious, because it's like year 2020. We were born the year 1978. Alexander came year 2005. And now I'm sitting in 2020 in a seafoam position by myself. Where are you?